Right, so a federal judge just told the Trump administration to back off Anthropic. And honestly, this matters way beyond one company getting a legal win.
Oh man.
I know, right? So what happened is, Anthropic got slapped with supply chain risk restrictions, which in practice means no government contracts, no Defense Department work, just completely frozen out.
And the judge granted an injunction, so they can keep operating normally while the legal challenges work through the courts.
Exactly. But here's what really gets me about this. This is the first proper test of how governments handle AI policy when national security concerns collide with commercial innovation. Like, we've been talking about AI regulation for years, but this is it actually happening. Real consequences, real legal battles.
Right. But here's the practical bit that keeps me up at night. If you're a business building on someone else's infrastructure, Anthropic, OpenAI, whoever, you're not just inheriting their API, you're inheriting their regulatory exposure.
Oh wow, I hadn't thought about it like that.
Yeah. So you wake up Wednesday morning, your AI provider is suddenly blocked from government work, and your product just stops working for a chunk of your customers. That's not hypothetical anymore, that's just Wednesday.
Policy uncertainty is now a first-class risk for AI companies. And if you're planning your stack for the next year, you need to factor in the possibility that the provider you're building on today might face restrictions tomorrow.
That's genuinely unsettling, because we're used to thinking about technical risks, right? Model quality, API reliability, cost. But regulatory risk, that's a different beast entirely.
And it's not just America. Every government is watching this. Whatever happens with Anthropic sets a precedent.
Right, so if you're building something critical, maybe don't put all your eggs in one AI basket. Diversify your providers. Have a backup plan. What do you think? Are you factoring regulatory risk into your AI decisions? Let us know in the comments.
Show.
Okay, so this next one properly surprised me. Nancy Wang. She's the CTO of 1Password. Did this interview with Stack Overflow about something called agentic identity theft.
Oh, here we go.
No, wait, hear me out, because when I first saw that phrase, I thought, oh, great, another hypothetical threat. But this is happening now, like today.
So here's the technical problem. Autonomous agents need credentials, API keys, access tokens, OAuth tokens, and those credentials aren't locked in a vault somewhere. They're sitting in memory. They're being passed around. They're exposed.
Right, and Nancy walked through this scenario that made my stomach drop a bit. An agent with access to your AWS credentials or your GitHub token. If that agent gets compromised, someone can do real damage.
Okay, but wait. How does an agent get compromised? Like, what does that actually look like?
Malware on the machine, physical access, a compromised container, or, and this is the scary one, the agent itself makes a mistake. Visits a malicious site, downloads something it shouldn't, executes code without proper validation.
Right, because we've spent decades building security models for humans, multi-factor authentication, password managers, behavioral analysis, but agents don't behave like humans.
Exactly. They don't pause and think before clicking a link. They just execute. And if they have your credentials, they can do anything you can do.
The answer, according to Nancy, is zero-knowledge architecture. That means even the systems managing credentials can't see them. The credentials are encrypted end-to-end, and only the agent that needs them, at the exact moment it needs them, gets access.
Okay, that makes sense. But how many businesses deploying agents right now are actually doing that?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Because I'm talking to clients who are spinning up agents for workflow automation, customer service, data analysis, and most of them are just storing API keys in config files, plain text, or maybe weakly encrypted.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It is, and they don't even know it's a problem yet because nothing's gone wrong. But it will, it's just a matter of time.
This is one of those situations where the threat is invisible until it isn't, and by then it's too late.
So if you're deploying agents in your business, and a lot of people are now, you need to ask hard questions about credential management. Where are the keys stored? Who has access? What happens if the agent is compromised? Because you're basically giving these things the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, and most credential management systems weren't designed for agents. They were designed for humans who log in and log out.
Right, so this is one to think about on the commute home, seriously. Okay, let me lighten things up a bit. Just kidding. This next one is humbling.
Oh, brilliant.
So Francois Chollet's team, you might know him from Keras, released a new benchmark called ARC-AGI-3. It's designed to test agentic intelligence, not language understanding, not retrieval, adaptive reasoning in novel, abstract environments.
And here's the result. Humans, 100% solve rate. Frontier AI systems as of March 2026, below 1%.
Wait, below 1%?
Below 1%.
Yeah, that's a proper reality check, isn't it?
Okay, but hang on. What's the benchmark actually testing? Because I feel like context matters here.
Right, so the benchmark avoids language. It avoids external knowledge. It's purely about exploring an environment, inferring goals, building an internal model, and adapting. The kind of thing a human does naturally when faced with something completely new.
So, like, if I dropped you in a room with a puzzle you've never seen before, no instructions, just figure it out, you'd probably solve it eventually, right?
Yeah, I'd poke around, try things, see what works.
Exactly, that's adaptive reasoning, and our best models, the ones we're calling frontier, are basically failing at that. They're pattern matchers. They're brilliant at constrained domains where they've seen similar examples, but true agentic intelligence, the kind that can walk into a novel situation and figure it out, we're not there yet.
And honestly, I think that's really important to know, because there's so much hype about artificial general intelligence being just around the corner.
Yeah, and meanwhile the reality is we're not even close.
Below 1% is not almost there, it's not even on the same playing field.
Right. But that's not a bad thing to know. It's clarifying. It tells you where to invest. It tells you what's realistic today versus what's still research.
And it tells you when someone's overselling. If someone's pitching you fully autonomous agents that can handle anything, ask them how they do on Arc AGI free.
Because below 1% means we're really good at specific tasks. But generalizing, that's still a long way off. What do you think about that? Does it change how you're thinking about AI capabilities? Let us know.
Or,
Okay, completely different corner of the tech world now, but stay with me.
This should be good.
Researchers at Technion, that's in Israel, just confirmed a 50-year-old prediction about something called dark points. And I know that sounds like science fiction, but it's not.
it's quantum optics, and it's genuinely wild.
Right. So dark points are regions in a light wave where destructive interference happens. That means the light waves cancel each other out. No light, darkness. But the region itself, the boundary of that dark spot, moves. And in the 1970s, someone predicted that those boundaries could move faster than light.
Wait, faster than light?
And this week, they measured it, directly, using electron microscopy at a precision we've never had before. And yes, the dark points exceed light speed.
Okay, but doesn't that break relativity?
No, and this is the clever bit. No information is being transmitted faster than light. No energy is moving faster than light. It's just the shape of the wave, the pattern itself, can propagate faster than the speed limit.
Think of it like a shadow racing across the ground as the sun sets. The shadow can move faster than light, but it's not carrying information. It's just a pattern.
Okay, that actually makes sense.
Right, but here's why this matters. Understanding wave dynamics at this level, at the quantum level, is foundational for everything from quantum computing to advanced imaging. We're learning how to manipulate light and matter at scales where our intuitions completely fail.
And every time we confirm one of these old predictions, we unlock new tools, new techniques, new possibilities.
So this is one of those things where the practical applications are years away, but the foundational knowledge matters now.
Exactly. The big picture today? We're getting better at measuring the things we've only been able to theorize about, and that changes what we can build. Right. So moving to something completely different, Zoox just announced they're expanding their robotaxi service to 4 new cities.
Oh, here we go. Another robotaxi announcement.
No, wait. Hear me out, because this one's different. Zoox has logged nearly 2 million autonomous miles. They've transported over 350,000 passengers.
And here's the bit that really matters. They're the only company operating a fully autonomous ride-hailing service in vehicles that were designed from scratch to be robotaxis.
Right, not retrofitted Teslas, not consumer cars with sensors bolted on, purpose-built vehicles.
Okay, that is actually interesting.
Yeah, because when you design for autonomy from day one, you don't have to work around steering wheels and driver seats and all the assumptions baked into cars made for humans to drive.
You can optimize for passengers, for sensors, for safety in a completely different way.
And that design choice, the one everyone questioned a decade ago, now looks absolutely prescient, because everyone else is trying to retrofit autonomous tech into existing car designs.
Exactly, and the results speak for themselves. 2 million miles isn't a pilot program, that's operational scale.
350,000 paying passengers means they've moved beyond testing. This is a real service.
Right, and they're expanding to Austin, Miami, Las Vegas, and San Francisco. That's a proper rollout.
So the takeaway here? Sometimes the harder path, the one that takes longer and costs more upfront, is the one that actually works at scale. Worth thinking about for your own projects, right?
Yeah, because it's tempting to take shortcuts, retrofit existing systems, use what's available, but sometimes you need to build from scratch.
Okay, so this next one is about infrastructure, and it's a pattern Luma's been tracking.
Right, so Latent Space just published a report tracking something quietly happening across the industry. Companies are launching CLIs for their AI agents.
Command line tools.
Exactly. Stripe launched projects.devramp released their CLI, 11 labs shipped a voice CLI, the list goes on.
Okay, but why? What's driving this?
Agents need to do things, not just chat. They need to call services, provision infrastructure, manage state, and doing that requires proper protocols and interfaces.
So it's not about developers suddenly remembering terminals exist.
No, it's about the realization that the model is no longer the bottleneck. The harness is.
The harness?
Middleware, memory, task orchestration, tool interfaces. That's where real differentiation happens now.
Right, because Claude is a brilliant model, but Claude wrapped in the right harness, with memory, with the ability to call APIs and manage workflows, that's a completely different product.
Oh, that's a great way to put it.
The intelligence is table stakes now. The infrastructure around it is what determines whether something actually works in production.
And that's what these CLIs are really about. They're not just developer tools, they're the foundation for agent ecosystems.
So the thing to remember, the model choice matters less than you think. The architecture around it matters more than you think. Right. And here's what that looks like in practice. There's a tool called Token Router that just launched, and it does something really clever.
Go on.
It's a proxy that sits in front of your LLM API calls. It classifies each request by complexity, and then routes simple tasks to cheap models, while sending complex ones to premium models.
Oh, that's smart.
The results? One team reduced their API costs from $1,200 a month to $480. No quality loss.
Wait, 60% reduction?
Yeah, think about that for a second. Most requests don't need GPT-4. They need something fast and cheap that can handle straightforward tasks.
Right. But if you're routing everything through the same expensive model, you're paying premium prices for economy work.
This is exactly what I mean by infrastructure mattering more than the model itself. The intelligence is commodity now. The smart routing, the cost optimization, the ability to scale without breaking the budget, that's where the value is.
And the developer who built this said it was basically one line of code change in their application. One line.
That's a no-brainer, isn't it? If you're building on LLM APIs and you're not thinking about intelligent routing, you're leaving money on the table.
Exactly. So bottom line, don't just pick a model and route everything through it. Think about the workload, match the tool to the task. Okay, last one. And Luma, you're going to love this.
Oh no.
Agile Robots just announced a partnership with Google DeepMind. They're integrating DeepMind's Gemini Robotics Foundation models into their industrial humanoids.
Right. And here's what's interesting about this. It's not just about better robots, it's about the flywheel they're creating.
The flywheel?
Real-world deployments generate data. That data improves the models. Better models enable wider deployment, which generates more data, and round it goes.
Oh, so it's a feedback loop.
And the companies that figure out this flywheel first, the ones that can turn operational data into better models faster than anyone else, they're going to own the manufacturing automation space.
Exactly. This is how physical AI actually scales. Not in labs, not in simulations. In factories and warehouses where robots are doing real work, making real mistakes, learning from real conditions.
So the barrier between AI research and physical operations is disappearing.
Yeah, and that changes everything. Because the data you generate from real-world operations, you can't simulate that, you can't fake it.
It's the same pattern we're seeing everywhere. The model is commodity, the data flywheel is the moat.
Right, worth keeping an eye on. Okay, so stepping back from all of that, what keeps coming back to me this week is the infrastructure layer is where the real work is happening now.
Yeah, models are table stakes. Everyone's got access to the same frontier models.
CLIs, routing systems, memory layers, operational flywheels. That's where differentiation lives.
And the companies quietly building that infrastructure, while everyone else chases model benchmarks, they're the ones to watch. Because honestly, we're not as close to AGI as the hype suggests, but we're really good at building practical systems that solve real problems today.
Right. And if you're deploying agents, ask hard questions about credential management. Test them on novel tasks, not just the ones they've seen before.
And if you're planning for the next year, build for the reality we have, not the one we were promised.
Something to think about this weekend. What are you building? How are you thinking about these infrastructure challenges? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Right, that's it for today. If you want to explore any of these stories in more depth, head over to luma.marbl.codes. All the links are in the description below. And if you're enjoying these conversations, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We're doing this every week, and honestly, it's just getting more interesting. Oh, and if you're thinking about your next career move in AI, we've got something new launching soon. Atlas AI Talent is building a waitlist for people who want to work in this space. Worth checking out if that's you. Thanks for listening. See you next time.